When in your wildest dreams did you ever think the lowly Jets would have a better record than the Chargers? They do.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers are 3-4. The Jets are 4-3. The Jets, with no quarterback because Aaron Rodgers is hurt, are better than the Chargers. How is that possible? Interesting matchup. Justin Herbert, star quarterback, meet Robert Saleh, head coach Jets, who is a really dynamic X and O's guy. Herbert's got 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's playing with great grit. He's got this fractured middle finger on his left hand. He wears the big splint. He's obviously not 100%. And if you watch it, his mechanics and how he handles the ball and how he tries to protect that left hand, he's just not able to do everything. But the guy is still, I think, a really quality quarterback. Now, he's lost another wide receiver, the big play young guy, Josh Palmer. Has gone on IR with a knee injury, hyperextended knee that he hurt last week. So now they not only don't have Mike Williams, now they don't have Josh Palmer. They're really thin. The number one pick, Quentin Johnston, going to start, going to be targeted, got to catch balls, can't drop balls. Now, he had 5 receptions last week. It was kind of a breakout game. They're going to be wafer thin. Their tight ends aren't right. That's a problem. The starting tight end has been nicked up with a hip injury. They don't have any backup tight ends that can catch the ball. They block. So they're a little bit deficient. They're going to have to obviously get the ball into the hands of Austin Eckler a lot more in this game. The Jets, they got defense everywhere. Really good defensive tackle, Quinnen Williams. Unbelievably active, beating guys in the gaps and getting into the quarterback's face. You know, you think of Aaron Donald, you think of Chris Jones, probably the best inside defensive tackles getting to the quarterback. This guy is right on the periphery of that. So Quinnen Williams will be active. They got a great Baltimore Raven inside linebacker in C.J. Mosley. And then they got the guy with the Sauce Gardner, young cornerback, University of Cincinnati. Phenomenal year and a half. I can't wait to see the matchup. Sauce will be pointing across the line of scrimmage at the guy wearing number 13, Keenan Allen. Have at it. Have at it. That's going to be one-on-one coverage. That's really going to be good. I don't know that the Chargers can run on the Jets' defensive front. And if they can't run and Keenan Allen can't get open because of Sauce Gardner, I don't know how Justin Herbert's going to put a lot of points on the board. That's a big issue. Now, the flip side of that, the Jets quarterback is Zach Wilson, former number 1 draft pick out of BYU in his 3rd year. Looked as if he was going to sit most of the season because of the Aaron Rodgers signing, and that all changed when Rodgers ruptured his Achilles tendon. He's played better the last 3 games. You know the Jets have won 3 in a row?
Wow.
How's that possible? But his statistics are not overwhelming because maybe the defense bails him out. He's in all of the starts this season, he's only got 5 touchdowns. He's got 8 turnovers, and he's been sacked 23 times. Now, that being said, he's growing. Breece Hall, really good running back out of Iowa State. He's had 3 big games in a row. Huge offensive line, trying to keep him healthy. Very good young wide receiver from Ohio State, Garrett Wilson. They got the veteran receivers they brought in when Aaron Rodgers came from Green Bay. They're still there. The old dog, Randall Cobb, and the guy's averaging 14 yards per catch, Allen Lazard. I'm fascinated just to watch the matchups here. And Chargers, you better not get back on the plane and try to come home if you lose to the Jets. Response
is I predict that the Chargers are going to lose the game in the last minute.
Oh, charging again.
Yes. But, you know, they got to go cross country. They got to go play in the Meadowlands, you know, and like you said, we're missing some of the receivers for the Chargers. But I'll just tell you, when I think of Chargers Jets, I think of that playoff game with Nate Kading where he missed the 3 field goals.
Yep.
And didn't Antonio Cromartie get really burned in one of those games, I think, too?
Multiple times.
So there's a weird history with these 2 teams. But Zach Wilson, it just kind of surprises you every once in a while, you know? And it's funny, he has 8 turnovers and only 5 touchdowns. But, the Chargers defense is still what, number 31, 32. He'll probably have a good night. So I got the Jets tonight.
I'll be interested to see what Bosa, what Khalil Mack, what they can do in terms of getting off the edge, because the Jets, they've had a history of bad injuries in their offensive line. And for the first time in a while, virtually all those old linemen are there suited up to play. So that the matchups, Mekhi Becton, the left tackle, is as huge as the state of Rhode Island, but he plays left tackle. So he's going to go against Bosa. So some of the matchups between that left tackle matchup versus the pass rusher, and obviously Keenan Allen versus Sauce in the secondary. That's
a great nickname, by the way.
Yeah,
Sauce. I like that.
That is going to be good. If you're a Charger fan, who the hell's going to win? Bolts or the Jets? Jets. Let's go to what